Hey, my name is Jobby, and we're looking at the Transformers Missing Link Convoy, also known as Optimus Prime, obviously. And yes, I did buy both versions, which are the anime edition and the original toy edition. And this is the hot new item that every Transformer fan absolutely loves. I don't.
But Jobby, what about your positive opinions on your Just Playing stream on Jobby2? Like, comment, subscribe!
Thanks for your support. And thanks for the support from today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Browsing the web with a virtual private network allows you to browse while knowing all your important stuff is private, secure, and protected. Like your emails, your passwords, your Prime content. But Surfshark does way more than protect your privacy. You can virtually travel the world by transforming your IP address. You got a choice of over 3,200 servers in over 100 countries. Use that to get better deals online. Some places change their prices depending on where you're shopping from, or you could watch Surfshark to watch region-locked content on Netflix. The Transformers movies by Michael Bay, including Dark of the Moon, isn't available on American Netflix, but just switch your country to any of these, including Mantai again. And now you don't gotta subscribe to a whole nother streaming service. Surfshark VPN also includes Surfshark Alert, letting you know when your private information's been compromised in any way. It's available to download on iOS, Mac, Android, Windows, Linux, pretty much everything. So check the link in the description and use my code JOBBY to get 3 months free. But if you're not enjoying your private Prime time, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. The brand new Missing Link concept reinvents the original Transformers G1 toy from the 80s, keeping the simple transformation and janky proportions, but significantly updating the articulation. I guess that's why he's a missing link between the original G1 toy and a modern Transformers figure. I thought Missing Link referred to your mother. Such a great concept that I just had to pick it up. From the show's e-store, links in the description. Both versions have these booklets, which look like advertisements for themselves. I already spent the money. What more do you want from me? You get these store tags and these clear red cards, which goes over the box to reveal his power levels. Really fun stuff that I'll never use again, because we got an actual toy to play with. And boy, does it look amazing. But how many times could I talk about the same damn truck? What sets this guy apart from all the others is how clean it looks from all angles. And from what I can tell, this truck is near identical to the original. Unless we're talking about the anime edition, which has blue tinted windows instead of piss yellow, and a lack of painted on taillights. In that sense, the original toy version is better. But both figures have a prominent matrix of leadership, which in this mode doesn't look the best, cause this ain't no Zaku, boy, no Zaku. Thankfully, this whole matrix chamber is removable, which reveals some seats. I'm told by my Just Playing stream chat that it can fit Diaclone scale figures. And for those of you who don't know, Diaclone is the Japanese toy line that a lot of Transformers designs were lifted from, including old truck tits here. Don't tell Takara I told you that. As for minifigures, you don't get any. No skin off my spark, but for the sake of science, let's bring back our old superfluous friends. Get it, you son. After all this time, still pointless. You might not get minifigures here, but you do get a trailer, roller, and anti-aircraft gun. All this extra stuff only comes with the original version, so if you'd rather skip this box of nothing, just buy the anime edition. Easier on your wallet, too.
But Jobby, why did you buy both versions?
I don't frickin' know. It's my job.
What's a job?
Of course the trailer can't hook onto the truck, and of course it looks fantastic. But just like the one included with the Hunchback of Cybertron, this trailer has multiple formations, which is what the box and instructions call it. Trust me. Cybertron transform! Formation 1 is just these swinging out and the trailer being split open. Adjust the anti-aircraft gun if you care. I appreciate the stickers being pre-applied here, but if for some reason you wanted to apply more stickers, no. Formation 2 has the anti-aircraft gun sitting at the top. It can also be configured to sit at the front, but the instructions don't mention that for some reason. Even Takara doesn't care. Formation 3 is the anti-aircraft gun by itself. Ow. Slides right out of the trailer and has its own set of wheels. And it even has a hinge joint, ball joint. Every ball joint can be a swivel. Hinge joint, another swivel, which can also be controlled by this wheel. Opening cockpit, hinge joint, swivel here, hinge joint, and hinge joint. Yippee. And a feature that I haven't seen in quite some time. A missile launching gimmick, but the missiles are son of... There's no point in teasing me anymore. We're so back.
Your
Information 4 is something more relevant for the robot mode. We'll briefly mention it later. As for the all-important roller, he can't roll out of the box. What a sick joke. Roller, more like runner. Fuck! And all of that attaches to Roller, of course. Yippee! Roller's cool and all, but this version can't even carry the trailer. What a sick joke. Wait a minute. Yeah, that works. But he can still carry this gas nozzle, slight assembly required, which can also be plugged into the trailer itself, along with the ion blaster, which can also plug into Roller. And the Energon axe doesn't go anywhere. Now, I had a lot of choice words for MP44's trailer, but at least that one had a drawer where you could stuff all the accessories in. But what am I crying about? This is a glorified box. Just toss it in there. Toss Roller in there. Toss your weed in there. I feel the same way about this trailer that I did with MP44's. It's decently fun, but ultimately useless. I'm just not getting that nostalgia blast that an 80s kid would get, because I'm from the 30s. Getting back to the truck, he feels nice and solid, and he has no problem rolling out, thanks to these rubber tires. Quite hefty too, because of some die-cast construction. No longer a lost art. I'm sure when Optimus Primal said the thing, he was specifically referring to this guy. The original toy, at least. Speaking of, I wonder if the original toy was this small. I don't know, because my parents didn't love me. I'm just kidding. Instead of G1 Transformers, I grew up with Beast Wars and Bionicle. You know, a real childhood. Size comparison time. Here's Figma Modic Economy, Haya Toys Godzilla. My previous review, the King Toy Stegzero, not Dinobot Snarl. This is supposed to be a leg, by the way. Watch that review for more context. And the Masterpiece MP10 Optimus Prime. And here's the Magic Square Light of Peace Optimus Prime, the Transform Element OP Leader Optimus Prime, the Masterpiece MP44 Optimus Prime. I'm unwell. What a great start to a great concept. But of course, this product can transform, which we'll do right after rubbing one out. Oh my god. I can't believe he's an Autobot. Wait a minute. That didn't take 80% of the video? Because this process was directly based on the original toy, it's refreshingly simple. He transforms exactly how you expect him to. Barely even touch the instructions. No flipping this guy inside out, no skinning him alive. This is the first time in a long time where I didn't have to suffer. And obviously the anime edition transforms in the same way. What are you, stupid? The robot mode is awesome, even with his proportions being as wonky as the original. And in the robot mode, the differences between the two editions are a little more obvious. As much of an animation accuracy enjoyer as I am, I'm liking the original colors a lot more for this mold. The paintwork here utilizes the sculpted-in detail, as opposed to the anime edition, which looks a bit under-detailed. Big props for these parts actually being painted and sculpted in. They would have been stickers on the original toy. But if for some reason you wanna apply more stickers, get help. The anime edition has a sticker sheet as well, significantly smaller, and the instructions recommend you fill up his crotch plate. How about no? However, I do prefer the anime edition's head. It just feels right for Optimus Prime to have pure blue eyes, rather than these dirty yellows. But I also prefer the anime blaster. That bit of silver does so much for the look. Prevents it from being just a black piece of plastic. That plugs right into his hand, looks great. And the Energon axe also plugs right into his hand. Close it up, and also looks great. Ah, shit. The Matrix of Leadership can be placed in his hands as well. Anime Matrix looks way better than the original toy version. And if we bring back the trailer, information 4, you could kinda recreate his death scene if you really wanted to. What a sick fuck. And of course, that's not the only pose you can get him into. Swivel at the head, can rotate a full 360, and his arms have a full rotation. Arm moves out, and a hinge joint here allows it to move even more out. Bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, hinge joint at the wrist, but that's more for the transformation. Hinge joint at the fingers, not individually articulated, and he does have an ab crunch, but it's kind of tight. You want to push into his grill abs, and have your thumb at the back here, and carefully There you go. Waist swivel, hinge joint at the tires, which are pretty much side skirts, and that allows for a beautiful spray. So beautiful that it makes the camera lose focus. Rotation at the leg, can't move back that far. A thigh swivel, and for some reason the anime edition's legs are ridiculously tight. Might want to give this guy a good old rub of the white stuff. Come bend at the knee, the foot can move down, and a beautiful ankle pivot, which is pretty much a swivel. Also, he has an optusy. Very cool. It's time to contain my vagina. Thanks to some solid die-cast metal construction, I had a great time posing this guy, and if you have any sort of figure stand, not included, just... and he can take on even more poses. But, in my opinion, not enough. Can't even accurately recreate the pose that's on the box art. False advertising! It would have been so cool if this janky little mold had articulation on the level of Mastermind Creations' Optus Pexis. But as is, not bad at all. At least he can still do this. Size comparison time again. Here's Monica Godzilla Prime and Prime. And Prime, and Prime, and Prime. The Missing Link Optimus Prime is an excellent concept executed excellently. But because I don't have nostalgia for the original 80s toy, it comes off as more of a fun novelty, as opposed to a must-buy hot ticket item. Plus, it's a little pricey for what's essentially a meme. I would definitely love to see more Missing Link toys. Maybe a Megatron, a Soundwave, Hey, my name is Jobby, and we're looking at...